Hi guys, I hope you're okay. Welcome back to my channel. This video will be talking about my full experience with going to Turkey and having a nose job. Kind of says in the title, hence why you clicked on the video. So just a little disclaimer, this is my personal experience. This is what I found when I flew to Turkey. The reason I keep looking down is because I have little bullet points on my phone just so I can remember to make sure what I'm talking about, so you guys can kind of get the best information from my experience if you guys want to kind of do the same, or if it helps people at ease. Cool. So I'll add pictures and videos in as and when I can. So I flew out the 29th of July 2018, so last year. I flew from Gatwick airport and I flew with Turkish Airlines. So I'm booking my nose. I wanted to have the best comfort that I could have because it was my first ever surgery, so I didn't kind of know what to expect. So I decided to pay a little bit extra and I flew business class. So I've never flown business class before, or any other class other than just like standard economy, and it was second to none. They were outstanding. So we went into Gatwick, you get like priority check-in, where you put your bags, and then we got to go in one of the lounges, and that was great. So you get like your breakfast included, and I flew from the South Terminal, if anyone's wondering. And then when we got on the plane, you get priority boarding, and as you go in, most economy seats are like 3, the aisle 3. These were 2, and they were really big. Obviously I'm quite tall, so I'm like 5'9", and I could stretch my legs completely. I will try and either link a picture in, or I'll put a video in. I'm sure I've got something.
Your boarding card. That's alright.
Take the money back from you.
Leg room. Just so you can get an idea, so for my flights I paid, for 2 people, so me and my partner, I paid £1,200, but you can 100% you could do your flights and your hotel together with some places, but I just left it last minute and I was silly, so I ended up paying a bit more. But if anyone was wondering, that's how much I paid, but you can definitely get it cheaper. But I did book my flights and my hotel completely separately. But yeah, the food was amazing on the plane. It was a 4-hour journey from Gatwick, drinks included. It was lovely. It was really nice way to kind of start a nerve-wracking journey. So when I got to Gatwick, when I got to Istanbul, you come out of the terminal and there's lots of taxis there, and probably one of my top tips is Barter with the taxi man. Now, as I said in my other video, I was very lucky that I was involved in a group chat of girls who had been to Turkey before, so I kind of got some tips from them. So hopefully this will help a few of you if you do plan to go out there. But Barter was taxi man. I went to one taxi man and he quoted me like £300 to go a 20-minute journey. So I done my research. I knew how long it was from the airport to the hotel. I just used Google Maps, really simple. If you've got an iPhone, they all have it on there. And out there it's lira, so some places might be euros, but when I went out there, 99% of the people that I spoke to encountered with, it was lira. And then I spoke to another person and he was like, I'll take you to your hotel for 50 lira. So I'm not really sure how much that might be, but I will insert it for you. So make sure you barter, because obviously if you're spending X amount of money on your surgery and your flights and your hotel, which is more expensive, that keep bundling up. So definitely search around. Don't be scared to say no either. Even though it can be an intimidating environment. Don't feel intimidated. So I stayed at the Hilton Avcilar. I think that's how you say it. I will link everything down below that I possibly can. I would have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I stayed for a week, so the whole week, and we had our food included, but we didn't eat there every night, and it come to £1,000, I think, just under, maybe 900 and something pound. I'll put an exact number what I can find in my emails below, and it was second to none. Beautiful hotel, amazing staff, it was outstanding. So next day, surgery day. So my surgery date was the 30th of July. So when we got to hospital, oh my god, it puts the UK to shame. It was outstanding. It was so clear. Like, people think when they go out there, oh, it's going to be dirty, or they have a preconception of what it's going to be like. It was outstanding. It was so clean. I've never seen something so clean in my life. It looked like a mall. It literally looked like a shopping centre. You would not think that's a hospital or where you'll go for surgery. 100% not. So that definitely put me at ease. So when I went, first thing that we done is I go to the information desk, explain what I'm having done, and then they tell you to go to a certain department where my surgeon was, so Dr. Pelen. He was in a certain department of the hospital. So I walked down there, checked him. Make sure you take your passports. I'm not sure if maybe your surgeon has told you or not, but they need kind of proof that who you are. So we took our passports. They just kind of keep them, or they take a photocopy of them, just to kind of make sure you are who you are. And we got back to my room, and I don't know what I was expecting. It just blew my mind. So we went in, and I will obviously add videos or pictures, like I said before, as and when I can. But we went in, and it was my own room. It had obviously my bed, had a sofa bed so someone can stay there, had my own shower, had my own toilet. It was literally like a little hotel room. That is exactly what it was like. A big TV. It was outstanding. The staff, everyone always thinks, I get a lot of questions saying, what was it like to communicate? Fine. When you meet one of the doctors, so when I met one of my doctors before I met my surgeon, he was just asking me to sign stuff, and just asking me questions, but there is also a translator there, so she can help you, or he can help you as well. But yeah, went in, got settled in. I had a cannula put in for obviously like to take blood and to put drugs in, and that was horrible. That's probably the worst part of my experience. Believe it or not, you've just had your nose taken bits out and broken or whatever, and that was the worst part. It was just kind of in a horrible, very uncomfortable. It was here on my arm, very uncomfortable place. But it's necessary. You need to have it done. It's not nice, but the nurses who were looking after me, I had 2 ladies, and they were absolutely lovely. They were very attentive. So it's just another thing that adds ease to your surgery, because it's a very nerve-wracking thing, especially when it's your first time. So my partner obviously came with me, so I was very lucky that he came. But don't feel afraid if you're going alone. Like, they're lovely there, the staff, and they fed him. So they fed me as well, but obviously I couldn't eat or drink. I had to be nil by mouth from midnight the night before, which I think most surgeries are like, maybe. So they fed him, and they fed him really nice food, and I was kind of jealous. But around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I then went down, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, so about 6 hours later. So I was one of the last people to go down, but Dr. Pelen, as far as I'm aware, that day only had 3 surgeons. He doesn't like to do it back to back, and I feel like that's great, because you want a surgeon that's going to be completely focused and doing the best work that he can. It's your face or it's your body, so you want the best possible outcome. So yeah, I was last for the day, but that was fine. It went really quickly. Like I said, there was a TV in my room, there was films, and yeah. So I went down from 2 to 3 o'clock, and then, so what I can remember, I come back into the room around 6 o'clock. So I was probably under for 3 hours. So when I got taken out of my room to go down to the surgery ward, I got wheeled down in my bed, and there was a nurse with me. She was lovely. I think she could see I was nervous. And you have all your bits on, like your hat and your robe, your gown, and yeah, I went into the main operating room, and they said, do you know what you're having? I said, yeah, rhinoplasty. And they said, who's your surgeon? And I told them, and they were like, okay, you ready? I was like, okay. And they literally, I had a gas mask, and they literally ran it over my mouth, and I was asleep. And that was my biggest worry. Not even having worked on my nose was being put to sleep. So I've been put to sleep before. I was really nervous about that. and everyone had told me, no, it's fine, it just feels like you're having really good sleep. And it's true, like, you're absolutely fine. It happens so quickly, and literally before you know it, you're awake. And when I got woken up, so I got woken up in like the room next to the operation room, I was so tired. I woke up and I was just like, oh, why have you woke me up? I was really tired. So obviously you've got a cast on and everything, but they also put like a gel on your eyelashes or your eyelids. I think this is so you can keep the moisture in your eyes, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's what it's for. And I can remember waking up thinking, what is this sludge in my eye, trying to touch it, and the lady put my hand back down. I then walked back up to my room, which is like no more than 5 minutes, and then got into my bed, and then my boyfriend was there and obviously made sure I was okay. He has taken a fabulous picture of me, which I'll insert. And then it was just kind of a healing process from there on. You have so many drugs in you that well, for me personally, it was fine. I was more tired than anything. I remember coming around and I was exhausted, and I pretty much slept from when I come around until like 11, half 11 at night, and I was so tired. But I remember as I come back into my room, I felt so sick, and I think this is because of the anaesthetics of being put to sleep. And I felt like where I hadn't eaten, I was kind of heaving. And then the minute I ate, I was sick. I'm not going to be like, that's fine, I'm not going to be sick. You might not be sick, you might be very lucky, but I was sick. But the minute I was sick, I was fine. They gave me food, so they gave me really mushy, like baby food, because maybe I was fine eating it, but maybe people might struggle eating after they've had a nose job. But I did make my boyfriend go to the shop in the hospital and get me things like a fizzy drink, just to kind of put my sugars back in me, because I had the shakes a bit, and then like a yoghurt, because I didn't know how I was going to be able to take to food, and yoghurt's the life. I had a really, really good experience with my surgery day. I was very nervous, but it was a really good experience from start to end. So then we stayed the whole night. Then the next day we left the hospital. So we left the hospital around 8 AM. So I did wake up quite early. I woke up at like 5. And they're making sure I was okay, asking me how my nose was, how I was feeling. They're really attentive throughout the night. I remember a lady coming at one point just to kind of change like a drip or the drugs to go into my arm. So we left the next day. Obviously they took the cannula out, which was horrible. I think was the worst part of the whole thing. And then so before you leave, I met my surgeon again, obviously the next morning, which is great. It's lovely, really nice. And he was asking how I was feeling and things like that. And then he prescribed me like a few drugs. So I remember I got 2 lots of nasal spray, which I was worried to put on my nose, and he said to be taking them, everything that he gave me to be taken later in the afternoon. So he gave me 2 lots of nasal spray. He gave me what else did he give me? He gave me a lot of drugs, basically. He gave me a really strong paracetamol. He said only take them if it hurts. And then he just things to kind of just sort you out. But I will try and link everything down below. So then we left hospital, got in a taxi. It was really easy to get a taxi. They're kind of like, they call you on or they're outside. Went back to the hotel, and I remember we got back to the hotel probably around 9, half 9 by the time we left everything at the hospital. Probably earlier than actually, about 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. And I was so hungry. We ate breakfast at the hospital, which was a typical Turkish breakfast. From what I've heard, it was salad, cheese, things like that. So it's not like our normal cereal or eggs on toast and things like that, which is quite weird. But I was prepared. I'd done my research and I like cheese. And then we got back, and then our hotel, obviously our food was included, so it was kind of like a buffet breakfast and things like that. So I remember eating, went straight, had a big cast on. I wasn't concerned about what people thought of me, because it was my choice to have surgery and I was doing it for me. But you obviously, of course, you do get the odd looks because someone's got a cast on them. It's not the normal, is it? But I remember eating in the morning, going back up to the hotel, our hotel room, and literally just slept in and out of sleep as much as I could be. And then there are videos of me like in the morning, in the evening, and I've added some videos which I will of course add in now. So today is, what day are we? Wednesday the 1st of August. So I am 2 days post-op. I'm feeling okay. Obviously, as you can see, I'm really swollen today. Around my cheeks, like here. And my lips are still really big. I can't really smile still. I've had like nose sprays from the pharmacy that my surgeon prescribed to me, and they've been working really well. I can breathe up my nose. My swelling, my bruising's actually okay. So I think I've gotten away really lightly with the bruising. It's just mainly the swelling. Today is probably the day where I felt the most tired. I've been really tired. I've slept a lot. My stitches feel quite tight today and a bit sore. I think it's because of the swelling around my cheeks that it's pulling it and making it tight. But other than that, I'm fine. I've been eating. Obviously, where my cheeks, like I said, have been a lot more swollen, and my lips are swollen, I haven't been able to open my mouth as much today. So yogurts have been my go-to. My boyfriend actually went to the shop yesterday and bought a load of stuff, and in my hotel room we have a mini bar, but we've moved some of the stuff to the side and put some yogurts in there, so it kind of allows me to eat something during the day. But yeah, I feel like I look a lot worse than I feel. I'm just mainly tired. I don't think you prepare yourself how tired you're going to be. Yeah, there's not really much more to say. So as you can see, I was very lucky because I didn't have actually a lot of bruising. I did take arnica. Some doctors say take it, some doctors say don't. I took arnica to the lead up to my surgery. But I will do another video of the things that I did take, the pinnacles of what I thought was great for my surgery. If you want that, let me know. So obviously a few days on, I had my cast taken off on the 4th of August. My cast off experience was horrible. Hated it. So it was a really hot day, and I remember travelling there, so it was literally next to the hospital. So they have lots of the surgeons seem to be in the same vicinity. So they have all their offices near each other. So next hospital was an office block full of lots of surgeons. It was really hot and I was getting quite anxious because you're going to see your nose under this cast that you've had on for the past 5-6 days, and you're nervous and you don't know what to expect. So I had a cut here. That was my main and only cut. And there was tape here, and obviously my cast here, which you'll probably see in pictures or videos. As he took the tape off, I could feel, it felt really cringy. You know, if someone gets the nails on a chalkboard and brings it down, that's how I felt. It's horrible. I just remember, and then he got some tweezers, but like some really sharp end tweezers. They're probably not tweezers, but that's what they look like. And then he sprayed some spray, I think it was just to kind of lift the cast off my nose, and then he put it under, got my cast and pulled it off, and it made me feel horrible. I didn't like that at all. Everyone's obviously, like I said, has got a different experience, but I'm not going to sit here and say for me it was fine, because it wasn't. Let me know as well how your cast off day was, but mine was horrible. I just remember sitting there thinking, what's my nose going to look like? And he handed me a mirror, and I was obviously looking side to side and at the front, and I just did not recognise myself, and it is a shock. It's a massive shock. And he was like, is everything okay? And I felt really faint. I think it's because it was really hot and I was just kind of shocked, and it was horrible getting taken off, and it kind of made me squirmish, so I had to sit down for a little bit and have some water. And then he felt it, and he was just making sure it's all okay, like the bones here, and like having a look up here and cleaning it, because obviously you get pokies. And I didn't like that. It was a horrible experience for me, but I was kind of glad for it to be over with. But I've got a picture of my cast off day, and my nose looks different than what it is now. So this kind of leads on to my little other bit about patience. be so patient with your nose. It changes all the time. So my surgery photos, which I have, which I'll input now, I remember looking at it thinking, I hate my nose. What have I done? It was very straight, and I asked for a little curve. It was very straight. The tip was sticking up a little bit, which obviously what I wanted. But it was just, I think it's more of a shock that it's you've lived with your nose for X amount of years, and then you've got this new thing on you that's in the middle of your face, and it's you're just like, whoa. That's how I felt. I remember when I had my cast off day, I looked at my nose and it was a little bit more curved, but it was so shocking. It's weird, but you just kind of deal with it. And then so after obviously he touches your nose and everything, he puts like some tape on just to kind of keep it all together. So Dr. Pelen did say keep the tape on for a week, which I did do, but I do know girls who get impatient and take it off before. Back to talking about patience, be 100% patient. They say it takes a whole year for your nose to completely heal. So I'm at like 7.5 months post-op, so still got a few more months to go, but I'm very happy. But yeah, just be patient, and it's hard not to obsess. So the amount of pictures I have on my camera roll, or the amount of videos I have of my nose and things like this, and it was more in the beginning. Like I was every couple of minutes I was looking, thinking, oh my god, does this look weird? Does this not look weird? But it's so easy to become obsessed with the way it looks. But honestly, just be patient and everything will heal. So I flew home on the 5th of August. So before I left Dr. Pelen's office, he handed me a letter just to say I was safe to fly. So just in case that when I flew home, a doctor was like, sorry, not a doctor, maybe a cabin crew or someone at the airport was like, are you okay to fly? Then I would have had confirmation from my doctor. I kept the tape on for a week, and this is what my doctor said to me to do. Not sure, like I said, not sure about what everyone else's doctors or surgeons say, but this is what he told me to do, and I left it on for a week. After I took my tape off, your nose does swell. This is very common. It's going to swell because it's been compressed in a tight cast or tight tape for a week to 2 weeks. So it's natural for it to swell. It's the natural healing process of it. I did find that my nose become very greasy. It was really greasy, like I said, or it was very dry. So you could like stop going like this with your nose, and bits of skin will come off. But I messaged my surgeon. He said this is extremely normal. So yeah, again, not to worry. But so other than my cast off day and my cannula experience, I had absolutely phenomenal time. Please feel free to comment down below if you have any questions, or I'll link my Instagram. Please message me if I've missed out on something or haven't given enough information. Again, please remember this, I haven't done YouTube in a long time. I've never properly done it, so please bear with me on these little chats, and I do hope you've enjoyed it, and make sure you give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Mwah!